Let's talk international diplomacy, usually a slow waltz of handshakes and polite smiles. But at the recent G7 summit, South Korea shocked everyone by pivoting from its longtime ally, the US, to Canada. Imagine the best man at a wedding suddenly professing love for the wedding planner. That's the level of awkwardness. For decades, the US-South Korea alliance was a bedrock of Asian stability. Suddenly Seoul announced a sweeping new trade and tech pact with Canada. This isn't just about maple syrup or K-pop. It's a strategic realignment, questioning the very foundation of post-war alliances. The deal covers everything from EV batteries to entertainment, intertwining their economies for years to come. The US found itself in its complicated relationship status on the world stage. Why now? South Korea's weighing the volatility of the US against Canada's steady hand. Their move signals a future built on quiet, steady cooperation, not loud declarations. It was a geopolitical mic drop, leaving the American delegation in stunned silence. The world just watched a major alliance get rewritten in real time. To get why this matters, look at the tangled web of trade. The US and South Korea have been a power couple for 70 years. Military security, massive economic ties, billions in goods flowing both ways. The US needs Korean tech. South Korea needs the American market. Canada, until now, was the friendly neighbor, reliable but never the main event. Their trade with South Korea was solid but small, mostly minerals and agriculture. The new pact changes everything. South Korea is redirecting future investment and supply chains to Canada. Think EV battery factories in Ontario, not Ohio. Semiconductor labs in Vancouver, not Silicon Valley. This is a direct response to America's unpredictable trade policies and tariffs. Stability is suddenly the hottest commodity. South Korea saw the US as a risky partner and decided to hedge its bets. Canada's stable politics and commitment to trade rules made it the safe choice. The global trade landscape just got a major shakeup. Now let's talk about Trump's reaction. When the news broke, the G7 meeting was thrown into chaos. Trump, blindsided, saw his prized US-Korea relationship unravel in public. He lashed out online, calling it a betrayal and questioning South Korea's loyalty. Trump's worldview is transactional. America protects, allies obey. The idea that South Korea might have its own interests, unthinkable to him. This moment exposed a deep misunderstanding of modern alliances. Trump sees global relations as a zero-sum game. If Canada wins, America loses. Instead of listening, he doubled down, pushing South Korea further away. His tantrum only validated Seoul's decision to look elsewhere. The message to the world: US loyalty comes with strings, and countries are starting to cut them. With the US reeling, a new figure stepped up. Brian Carney, governor of the Bank of Canada. Not a head of state, but suddenly the adult in the room. While leaders scrambled, Carney calmly outlined how the Canada-South Korea partnership could be a model for stable, rules-based trade. He wasn't just representing Canada, he was representing a new global order the US seems to have abandoned. Carney's calm, credible leadership filled the vacuum left by American unpredictability. He's a champion of international cooperation, building coalitions for climate, finance, and trade. Carney became the go-to voice for anxious nations worried about US volatility. He offered a credible alternative: alliances built on mutual respect, not loyalty tests. The G7 became the Brian Carney show. He articulated the logic behind South Korea's pivot and reassured other nations. While Trump lost an ally, Carney built a new network, one where Canada's steady hand matters more than ever. The world is watching and the center of gravity is shifting. Leadership is being redefined, one summit at a time. What does this mean for trade? Let's talk tariffs. US tariffs have made global business unpredictable. One tweet and profits vanish. The South Korea-Canada deal is a direct rejection of that chaos. A tariff-free zone for future industries. Korean companies can now build in Canada, bypassing US trade risks. This clever workaround could inspire others to follow suit, forming new trading blocs insulated from American protectionism. The world could split. US loyalists on one side, a network of free trading nations on the other. Alliances are built on trust, not just treaties. When the US uses tariffs against allies, it erodes that trust. South Korea's move signals that economic security now rivals military security. Every US ally is now asking, is sticking with America worth the risk? G7 summits might seem distant, but these shifts hit home. If you're in the US, Korean products, phones, could get pricier as tariffs bite. If you're in the US, Korean products, cars, could get pricier as tariffs bite. In Canada, those same goods might get cheaper thanks to the New Deal. Jobs will follow. Canada could see a boom in high-tech manufacturing, while the US risks losing out. This isn't just about economics, it's about culture too. Expect more K-pop tours in Toronto. Expect more Korean films in Canadian cinemas. Expect more kimchi in supermarkets. The Korean wave could find a powerful new amplifier in Canada. The competition for the jobs and culture of the future just got fiercer. Next time you binge a K-drama, remember, global politics helped put it on your screen. The world's playlist and your dinner plate are changing. So, what's the big takeaway? Is this a new world order or just a dramatic blip? The truth is somewhere in the middle. America's still a giant, but this is more than a minor spat. The world is going multipolar. Countries are building new alliances, reducing dependence on a single superpower. South Korea's pivot to Canada is a clear sign. Middle powers want balance, not dominance. Figures like Brian Carney show there's a hunger for calm, competent leadership over political theater. The future may belong to the most credible, not the loudest. This is a wake-up call for the US. Leadership must be earned, not assumed. For the rest of the world, it's proof there are alternatives. The G7 family photo might look awkward, but that's the pain of a world in transition. A less US-centric world might just be a more stable one, and that's a change everyone will feel. Whether you're watching from Washington, Seoul, or Toronto,